Hey there, scallywags, friends. How are we? How are we doing this evening? Or time zone day, whenever you're watching this. I'm sharing with y'all a little bit of something I got. I started subscribing to Sketchbox. I got it on a Black Friday deal, and I decided I was going to test it out on stream. I did a few things off stream, but I really wanted to show the products in off and give just a review of my experience with the January Sketchbox. It was a lot of fun. Preface, like always, this is from my Twitch stream, and so that's why it looks the way it does. But this month's theme was all like terracotta, charcoal soft pastels, as you can see. A lot of really great products. We got the I ended up using my own pencil to kind of sketch things out, but here are some things. You've seen them here on the YouTubes. Those are things that I've done before, and I wanted to try something from my sketchbook. Like I said before, it's just sort of this landscapey type of piece, I guess. And you'll see me use them, so I'll sketch it out. You can see my head in there in the corner. But I shortened this as much as I could. This is from about a 2-ish hour stream, so I cut out as much as I could to make it make sense, but just wanted to kind of show this and let y'all just see the process of the things being made, so to speak. This pencil here that I'm using, it was not a part of the kit. It is just a it's a Staedtler drawing pencil. My favorite pencil went MIA for a bit, so I had to bust that pencil out. And again, using what you got to make a ruler, but I had to look up that pencil. So the pencil I was using was the Mars Lumograph Black from Staedtler. I believe that was a 4B pencil, but yeah, just real nice. Like I said, we're just doing a really lovely mountain scene. So I'll let you guys see what I'm doing, and then I'll just kind of pop in and give my thoughts. But before I do, let me talk about these Willow charcoals. Really nice. I've never used anything like that before, charcoals. So this was, and not very many soft pastels either. So this was definitely a new experience for me, but one that I really enjoyed. Like I always say, when you step outside your comfort and you're uncomfortable is where you find growth. So these Willow charcoal sticks definitely came into play, just sort of like getting the rough shape of things down, but also really great for sort of adding that perfect amount of shadow and blending, so that way it isn't too wild and crazy. And then here we have, these are the Rembrandt Soft Pastels. They are very nice. They are orange toned, so kind of going along with the theme. The paper, I believe the color is called Sanguine. I'll have a list of everything from the January Sketchbox listed below in the description. But as you can see, I'm talking about how I learned you can put like pencil over soft pastels, but it doesn't really work the other way around. Also layering. One thing I learned here is all about layering and blending. And it just, I think this came out like a really nice, soft, just a really nice, soft little drawing. It's one of my favorites. So, all right, I'm going to shut up for a bit, and I'm going to let y'all just enjoy the view, the video, and I'll be back. Now, I do want to talk about these Derwent drawing pencils. They came in basically like a black. They came in a light sienna and a china white. So ivory black, which I'm using here. They're very nice. And then also in comparison to because I've never used pastel pencils before like this. It took some getting used to because whenever I'd hit the paper maybe wrong or something, it kind of do that weird screech sound, and it would kind of make me jump. So definitely need to play around more with the pastel pencils. Maybe I'll pick up a small multicolor pack because these two colors, I cannot remember the colors off the top of my head. Again, listed in the description below. One was very terracotta, so very orange based, but the other was a little bit more of a deeper red. And I really enjoyed, like I said, I like the Derwent pencils more, which is what I'm using here. This is in china white, than the pastel pencils. But again, that is just because I'm not quite used to a product like that. And I think if I sat down and just played around with them, I'd probably have a better appreciation for them. I do think in conjunction with the Willow charcoal sticks and the soft pastels from Rembrandt, they work beautifully. It's very nice. It definitely helped, especially with the Little Rascal, the devil drawing I did. It provided a really nice shadows in the skin without relying so much on the sort of orangey red paper. It definitely enhanced it. And I really, like I said, at the end, I really enjoyed it. I didn't use it too much in this piece. I feel like I should have. But the pencils, those Derwent drawing pencils, those are nice. And then this is the darker red pastel pencil. It's very nice actually. Again, still trying to get used to them. They work fine. I just think if we're going off of color tone, I prefer things that are a little bit more red versus orange. So, yeah. Furthermore, onward we go. Oh, also, in talking about my technique, I use my fingers a lot. I did try with tissues and with Q-tips. Q-tips seem to work okay, but fingers are, your phalanges, they're a good tool. So I did end up actually using my finger more so than the tissues or the Kleenexes, just because they were easier, I'm for real though, I am using the hell out of that Derwent drawing pencil. It's so nice. I love it. The one thing that I think I'm really good at is like texture, right? Finding a way to bring texture to a piece. I may not be artist supreme, but baby, I can give you texture. And I think building texture with the charcoal and the soft pastels was interesting. So having to sort of like find those techniques and how to do that. In this case, like I did really soft lines for the mountains and those far mountains in the background, and for the mountains that are more in the foreground, I did dots. There's a softness, I suppose, to soft pastels, and there is probably a way to have there be texture without relying on pencils, whether it's these Derwent drawing pencils, and I know I keep talking about them just because I love them so much. And you see me trying to do sort of like texture, like or with the foreground near the road, where we're going to draw trees, you know. And what I did find is, and I think this worked pretty well, is I laid down the China White drawing pencil, and then I ended up going over it, which you saw that I did with the moon there, which ends up getting completely changed. Yeah, because I looked at it, I was like, I don't like this. But by laying down that white and then going over it with the with that sort of terracotta soft pastel pencil, I think it helps provide texture, because you know the pastel, the soft pastel can't, the powder of the soft pastel can't really go over and too well with the pencil, so it kind of casts this shadow, I think, and it made it, I don't know, it looks for me really cool. I believe I do that again. Yeah, I did. I kind of go over with this deeper brown soft pastel, and I really like how it turned out within this, and oh man, what am I talking about in the stream? I try and cut out all the talky bits as much as I can. Things maybe that might be running on a little bit too long. So, but yeah, this was, I think, probably what helped me in nailing the texture. Is sometimes you have to lay down that drawing pencil first and then go over it with the pastel or the charcoal, which is what I'm doing here. And I think it turned out all right. I think it turned out looking real nice, you know? Oh, and now we're drawing trees. Yeah, this was probably one of my favorite parts, was drawing the little trees. I really love drawing the mountains and kind of working on the texture of that. But then the trees were fun, but they also kind of provided their own sense of challenge, because I can't, you know, look, I had it tilted. I was tilted when I realized what I did. But I go in and use the China White and the Ivory Black for the trees. But I think like I said, I think it ends up looking real beautiful. right, so we're coming up on probably one of my favorite parts, and it is the Faber-Castell Pit pen, that pen right there. If you see, I ended up just going over the moon. I was like, I don't like how that looks, and I used it for mostly the highlights, of course, and I think it turned out really nice. I think this is it's a really versatile pen, at least for me. I have some Faber-Castell Pit pens, a lot smaller, and they're more brush tip than a nib. But I ended up, like, in my head, I went over this with the Sienna, because I was like, well, how can I make this look three-dimensional? And I usually just do an outline. I was like, oh, let's do like an outline all along. And then I was like, oh, this looks like 3D, sort of gives it something to pop. And though this pencil put in some work, I wasn't 100% satisfied with it. So I do end up, you can see me like talking it out with my Twitch chat, which, come over to Twitch. If you're watching this and you're not over on Twitch, come over to Twitch. I do art stuff like this on Sundays and Wednesdays, and then I play Final Fantasy on Friday. It's fantastic. But with the art, I do end up taking the Pit pen, and it makes it pop. So at the end, I think this is a really great bargain. Bang for your buck, I suppose. You are trying new products, maybe something that you've never had an opportunity to use before, like a medium, or brands. Now I am splurging a little bit for the premium box, so you get a couple more name brand things, and I'm just like I'm a name brand girly. So and I'm not afraid to admit that. But I think what you get, by the way, not sponsored, paid for with my own cash, I think this is a good deal. So I'm excited to dive in and make more stuff for y'all in regards to Sketchbox. So that's it for me. Thank you so much for hanging out. I'm recording this on my lunch break, so I gotta get back to work. But if no one's told you this today, I'm really, really proud of you. You are loved, valued, and allowed to hold space. And if you're ever given an opportunity to be a pirate, always be a pirate. Live wild, stay free, remain forever, and always untamable. Alrighty, thank you so much, my friends. Follow me on all the social media things, and I will see you later. Goodbye.